All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are live. Maybe it'll turn on in a second there. There it goes. Welcome in on this Monday afternoon, this big Monday, as ESPN likes to call it. It is 7 o'clock on the East Coast, 4 o'clock here Pacific. And you are live here on Real Life Sports with Ritz and Fran. Once again, let's going to roll the intro before we get to it, but it is Duke NC State, the revenge game from 2 weeks ago where NC State absolutely handed it to us, and Duke is in need of a win big time. So let's roll the intro. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go get hype. All right, we are back, getting ready for this thing to kick off here just after the hour. Welcome in to all our Blue Devil fans. What is up? Kevin Keats here being interviewed before the game, and it looks like we have started it, so we'll get that in a second. The Gamecast is a little ahead of us here on the stream. So getting ready to rock and roll. All right. We have lost the last 3 of 4. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It has not been good. Duke needs a better performance tonight, Franny.
Yeah, we don't lie, and it's been an absolutely terrible couple of games, and it's off to a really bad start to begin with, off of a Joey Baker turnover, and then it is going to actually be a charge going the other way. I totally thought they were going to call that a blocking foul. I did not think he was set, but as you can tell, different starting lineup for us today. We have Javin on the floor, we have Jones, we have Stanley, and then we also have Joey Baker, and I think Carey's down low over there on the block.
Yeah, he should be a different starting lineup yet again. We haven't really had a consistent starting lineup all season. That was a travel actually that was missed there by Vernon Carey as Stanley tries to go for three and can't bring it down. The rebound by Baker is no good.
And
But,
to be completely honest with you, though, I mean that we haven't really
ooh,
found
good
that
D.
much great defense there. We haven't found that much of a consistent lineup, but I mean you can't. And here Trey Jones actually dishes it off to Javin,
Straight
and
up,
then
buddy. I mean, just why is
I'll
that
get to
like
my
the last 4 games in a nutshell?
I'll get to my point when we have a break.
Oh my god, that possession by Javin is exactly the last 4 games, like in one possession. On the other side, as CJ Bryce gets the three to go, it's NC State 3-0 in the early going. Oh man, we have the slow starts have been a problem on the road, not at home. Duke still can't quite figure it out here. A minute down, screen by Carey, gonna go to Javin high up top. Carey trying to get position down low. Has an absolute mismatch here, Fran, on number 15. That's Bates. It carries all the way. He's going to take like the LeBron shot. Oh, I can't even talk. He's going to take like the LeBron shot from last night, who pulled up from like 30 feet and hit one.
Yeah, that was right after Zion's dunk.
That
Unfortunately,
was
I
right after Zion's dunk.
fell asleep while that happened. But no, as I was kind of trying to say before, I mean, this starting lineup thing for Coach K, he's really trying to figure out what actually works because to be honest with you, nothing's been working. So he's trying to switch things up. He obviously doesn't feel that the consistency with his starting five is really going to help. He's really trying to find that spark and really trying to find what players are actually going to come out and play in the first 5 minutes of the basketball game.
Yeah, we haven't been able to find that. Hypnosis saying we've just been way too predictable. I mean, predictable is in like it's Trey Jones and Vernon Carey, and every time we're going to try to get the ball down low to Vernon Carey. That is the entirety of the offense of late. So good call out there from chat as well. Is here the drive by Johnson goes for two. Johnson, who had a monster game the game in NC State. 28 points, of course, and then Cassius Stanley driving. He can't get it to go in the paint. It's out on State. I actually, Guillermo, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, Guillermo.
Buenas noches over in Argentina. Excellent. Love to see all the Duke Blue Devils in chat. And Cassius Stanley here off the inbounds didn't get quite to see exactly what the play was. ESPN cut back late, and he's still struggling and ends up turning it over. And Johnson on the other side, no, just going to dump it off there.
That was good.
Daniels and great
D.
defense. Yep. So far, the highlight is a defensive one, and Trey Jones' mid-range shot is no good.
Yes. I guess we're playing defense today a little bit.
And that is a foul against Joey Baker. A bit of a mess there, to be honest.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we're Duke starting out how we typically start out, not kind of at home, but on the road. It's kind of unfortunate. The other thing here,
Here's the defensive play.
Yeah, great defense there on Javin, knowing that he's got to bring the ball up there and putting his hands right there. But the question for you is, Ritz, do you think there's a kind of a hangover from Saturday? It's only been a day break.
It has only been a day break, and it was a tough game right there. The blow by once again by
he gets
Johnson.
exposed defensively so much. It's unbelievable.
Matthew Hurt, first thing he's in the game. The first thing they do is they just go straight at him,
and
it's
he blows right by him. Yep,
runs right by him. I don't know though. What's the hangover going to be when half the team basically didn't really play? Stanley going to try again from 3, and that shot actually looked awkward.
Yeah, he pushed it.
Yes.
It was weird. I've never seen him flex his
Johnson for 3, air ball, and the Crazies are going to let him have it.
So don't take this the wrong way, but I've never seen his butt flex like that and put his hips out and in. You could tell he was going to be short from the get go. And there you see Hurt kind of getting exposed off the bounce right there again.
I can't tell if he thinks he has help or it's just he's just not moving his feet fast enough.
I would love to give him the benefit of the doubt, but after watching it so many times, I just don't think he's quick enough right now.
Anyway, high screen here by Hurt, trying to set it. Trey Jones, the switch. He's got a bigger man on him now. That's Funderburk. Funderburk also had a big game at NC State. Now Stanley going to try the mid-range shot again. Yes, Stanley going to get that one to go. Hopefully, if Stanley sees one go through the bucket, at that point you'd say, all right.
I was about to say, he's shot a lot today already.
Yeah, it seems like actually perhaps the starting game plan was to get somebody else going rather than just the predictable, let's always throw the ball down low to Vernon Carey, because really we've been looking for this third scorer. That's a travel.
Whoa, what?
He didn't put the ball on the floor. What? Really?
It wasn't a walk.
Funderburk's 3 is no good, and back to Goldwire. Goldwire going to go coast to coast. He got fouled.
I got fouled. Welcome, Camden. Love to hear that you got your jersey on today. And here we're going to go to the under 16 timeout.
Camden, love it. He's sporting his Trey Jones number 3 jersey. Trey Jones, basically our hero of the season so far.
Trey Stones.
Yeah, coming up with the big shot to the back, big 3-pointer at UVA to tie the game essentially, but then just came up just short there. Keith Walton, what happened to Stanley's confidence and attitude? Fran, this one's yours. You were talking about this during the broadcast a little earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of the whole team's confidence and attitude has just sort of decreased, but I also think Coach K has kind of realized that. He's trying to switch up the starting lineup and also get him involved into the offense way more earlier. I think Coach K is trying to take the thought process of, hey, look, the problem that I've been having the last 3 to 4 games is that nobody can score besides Carey. So if I give the ball early to get to other people and try to get their points up on the board earlier, Carey will still be able to go get his buckets later on in the game. And I think that's kind of his thought process going through this. Will it work? I have no idea. We're going to kind of find out here.
Yeah, I mean, Carey can get going whenever he wants. He's sort of proven that it's very hard for anybody to guard Carey. Stanley here, to feed him the ball, 1 of 6 early, 0 for 2 from 3, only hit that mid-range 2 shot. So actually, and not much going to the rim, right? He got rejected a couple times down low, which was unfortunate, but trying to get him established, because earlier in the season he really was that dependable third scorer when he was high flying dunks. That's what he was known for.
Yep.
These crazy high flying energetic dunks. It was like the Zion Williamson energy, bottled up in the smaller Cassius Stanley frame. And Ant, what's good? Oh,
hey,
yes,
what's up, Ben? How
our
are you
Kentucky
doing?
fan, right? Yes.
I also wanted to bring up this point too about Matthew Hurt. I think it's I think it goes. It's not. I'm not making excuses for him, but kind of when you're playing in high school all the time, when you're a 6'10" player like that, you're only really guarding bigs, so you're never actually going to get. And at that point, you're also more athletic and longer than everybody else. So if you do get switched on to a guard in high school, you can easily guard him because you're long. You're able to use your physical attributes more. And expose other people's that don't have it, right? So when Matthew Hurt then transitions to college basketball, he actually gets pulled out and he's not a center anymore. He's a 3 or a 4.
Yeah.
So that completely changes how he has to play defense. So in another way, I think you brought it up, is he too slow or does he just think there's help? I also think there's an aspect of he just doesn't, he's never had to play defense like this before.
It could be true. I mean, we've seen young Duke teams struggle in the man-to-man defense like collectively in the past. It wasn't necessarily last year, but the year before that. Remember when Duke played like almost entirely zone?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
it was literally because they could not play man-to-man to
I
save
think
their
that
lives.
was that the Okafor year?
No. It
Did
wasn't
that
the
team play
Okafor year.
straight
It
up?
was like it was like 2 or 3 years ago. It wasn't last year. It was
Last
the
year, everybody could defend. I do
Everyone could
remember
defend,
there
yeah.
was a year that like it was just atrocious.
How about Zion from last night, though, buddy? My goodness. 30-plus points in less than 25 minutes of play? Trey Jones' shot's no good, but rebound to Hurt.
Yeah, here Hurt's trying to bang down low. He's got a mismatch, unfortunately.
Oh, that was when Bagley
right-handed
was here.
jump
All right,
up.
so chat's got the fix for us there. And apparently we have a frog in chat, too, which is always fun.
We
I
got
love
Kermit.
frogs.
We got
Yeah,
Kermit.
That's pretty good. But yeah, what did you think of Zion last night, Franny? Zion and LeBron.
Put it this way. If this man can stay healthy, he's going to be unbelievable at basketball.
He already is, kind of.
He literally only does one thing. I mean, granted, he hit like a few outside shots, but he literally does one thing. He only knows how to score layups and dunks right now. And I know I'm summarizing it too much. I'm not giving enough credit. He can shoot shots, and that's a really good finish there by the NC State player. He can shoot shots, but he still doesn't really know how to shoot the ball or shoot off the dribble. It is incredible what he's able to do right now.
Yeah, and I mean that skill set is only going to develop more.
Exactly.
And you say he can only shoot like, you know what? He's been incredibly efficient at doing both of those things, and he's got it down. Matthew Hurt here from the right corner. Hurt trying to get himself going. No, that shot is not good either. And primetime FP looks like love the icon there. Looks like a Duke fan there. Trey Jones going the other way. Oh, the lay-in is no good. God.
Like, we had someone, I don't know if it exists. Someone's got to get a percentage of
missed
open layups that are at the rim off of turnovers or like when you have an offensive advantage.
Helms
we have missed so many gimmies this season. It is unbelievable.
God, how do you? Okay, anyway.
How you doing, Steven?
Still 9-4, and that's a throwaway. We're not sure if that was supposed to go to Carey or Matthew Hurt. Duke looking all out of sorts here. Whew. This is what they're talking about here.
Oh no, he didn't touch it.
No, he didn't touch it, but he was saying that he got beat there on the defensive end. Yeah. Steven Turner, what's up? Wow, primetime FP. If you're actually a Duke commit, that is awesome. That would be awesome.
If you're over
Welcome
here
to chat. Welcome to the Blue Devil Nation. That is amazing.
Yeah, Camden, I would have to say.
Oh, good defense there by Wendell.
Great press here. Keep him up.
With Bates. NC State going to have to reinitiate its offense from way beyond the three-point line. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. NC State, Bryce, I don't think he knows it. 4 seconds. No, he doesn't know it. 2, 1, no good there. Great defense by the Blue Devils for a full 30 seconds on the shot clock. Goldwire, get it out there. Wendell for 3. Absolutely no. The shot's no good either. We can't.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Oh, my goodness. NC State on the run, and it's a track meet, and it's a foul.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, let's catch my breath. Let's all catch our breath.
I would be as mad as Coach K is right now. I don't know what he's bad at, but I would be yelling if I was him as well. No, but I mean, back to the Zion thing. I've never wanted a kid, or I mean, yeah, he's younger than me, so I can call him a kid. That's the weirdest free throw I've ever seen, by the way. I want him to stay healthy so badly. Just he's such a good person, like just a really nice guy. You saw him on the court yesterday with LeBron. I love it. I mean, I love when they're joking out there and they're talking trash. It's great. They actually talked to LeBron about that. They were like, "Oh, you shouldn't be so happy like going against players and such." But he had some strong thoughts of that. You should read his comments. I can't repeat it.
Oh, yeah. Skylark, welcome to the chat. Adam as well, welcome to the chat. Yeah, Duke fan, but we've been struggling here, 11-4. And AJ Griffin, actually, yes, one of our recruits for next year. Great to have you here. That is Pretty
That's awesome.
incredible. That is awesome. Can't wait to see you in Cameron. I was wondering, I know there's some recruits that are going to go to Cameron this weekend for the UNC game. So if you're going to be there, we'll look out for you. That's a very nice finish
That's a
there
great one.
by Matthew Hurt. It's going to be an and one. Score the bucket and give him the foul. Why not? Started 1 for 13.
Also, I kind of saw Kermit say NBA Rookie of the Year
Yeah,
thoughts.
go for it.
It's going to go. It's 100%. I think it's Ja Morant's. You'd kind of have to give it to Zion if you played the full season, but if you don't play the full season like that,
I saw the
definitely
betting
give it
odds
to-
though. They started at like minus
yeah, it started to
1600.
change a lot, but
Yeah.
I still think you give it to Ja. I mean, dude, that team, besides Ja, I don't know what else is really on that team besides a few pieces, and they're, I think, 8th. They're going to get the last spot or close to the last spot in the West. Like, that's a huge accomplishment.
Duke trying to extend the defense here just slightly beyond half court, trying to disrupt NC State and bring them out of
Nice.
their offense. Works out there. NC State rushes the shot. Trey Jones just
Oh.
going to pick and pop, and that is short. Rebound thought it was going to go to Goldwire. I thought he was in good position for that. NC State Helms down with the rebound, and he's just going to reset as Bryce now. Oh my gosh. Bryce here for long range 2. No good. Bad shot, though. Shot selection by NC State. Nice rebound by Javin. Duke with an opportunity here to cut into this, what has now become a 4-point lead. Kind of slow here, actually. Neither team really getting any offense. Goldwire going to go for the three-pointer. And Goldwire! Swish
Wow.
it, buddy.
I love it. I love to hear it.
Finally, 1 of 6 from 3, but the first one to go down is that of Goldwire's. Oh, it's just Funderburk underneath. Wow. Wow. That was...
It's like the basic fundamentals. I think I brought this up last game. Like layups, defense, just like it's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that
It's
was
really
tragic.
frustrating. Yeah.
Trey Jones, the giveaway there. Braxton Beverly with the hands, and Daniels with the lay-in. Fancy lay-in by Daniels. 13-10 here, NC State off another Trey Jones turnover. So uncharacteristic with him. Trey Jones named one of the finalists for the Bob Cousy Award earlier today. I believe there are 5 or 6 finalists that I saw. Basically, the nation's best point guard as Javin tries to get that over the top to Wendell. Wendell's saying, give me the alley-oop, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, I completely agree with him. I don't know what it's I mean, maybe it was just a poor pass, but and also I think there was a chat. I mean, I won't call him what Adam called him, but yeah, I don't think that was a really good pass there, kind of giving him in traffic. It actually seemed like Trey was trying to come off the screen and go back to the top of the key. It was kind of an awkward spot for him to actually get the ball. And Hypnosis also correct. There's really hasn't been much ball movement or cutting. It's been a lot of one-on-one basketball right now, just like drive and kick or to the post and kick and shoot. Unfortunately, not exactly how I expected this game to go so far. Well, I didn't expect any of the games to go how they've gone, but
yeah, I'm not in panic mode though. This is not a panic mode session at the moment. Although,
but we've also said that for like the last 5 games in a row.
Yeah. Yes, and really, you only enter panic mode in like the last 4 minutes, when you're like, okay, now this is trouble.
Yeah, so this actually brings up a really good point. The thing that I don't really understand is Robinson came in and played really well that game, right?
At Wake.
So why has he disappeared?
This is why I don't quite understand what the lineups are. Because we're like, oh, we need a spark. Let's put in Robinson. And then he plays great. And then we don't see anything from him in the Virginia game.
Right?
So
I don't know. I don't really understand it. I mean, teach their own, but
yeah. Well, I'm trying to fix the chat box. I'm playing with the chat box here.
Oh, Kermit, no, I will be filling out my bracket with no Duke bias at all. I will purely be doing this for money and nothing else. Money is the motivator. My fanship and my loyalty is to the side during the bracket challenge, as probably everybody should be. Should pretty much just focus on Not
Yeah,
your
I
team,
think
but the
people
money.
are allowed to put whatever team they want. NC State's record actually is 9-9 in the ACC. I was
Wow.
just looking at that. Their overall record is, I believe it's 19-11. Oh, something close. NC State game notes. Give me a sec.
Yeah, Hypnosis. I feel like there maybe
18
there's
and
something
11. I was
going.
one off.
Maybe there's something they're doing in practice and things like that maybe it doesn't, that they're seeing certain situations as to why they don't do them and why don't they play them. But
Also, to
yeah, Tyus was. I would agree. Tyus was overall
well, so
better
NC
player.
State, remember, has been quote unquote on the bubble ever since the game in NC State. But since then, this is what they've managed to do. They beat us, and then of course they just lay an egg the next game. Well, not really. I mean, it was a close loss to Florida State. They lost to Florida State by like 11 points at home. Florida State being a really good team. Then they lost to UNC. Not only that, they've lost to UNC twice.
Has anybody done that?
Has anybody done that? Not many people have lost to UNC once, let alone UNC twice. That is a rare accomplishment. And then they beat Pitt by 4. We'll get to the stats in a second because it's kind of symbolic of what NC State loves to do against Duke. Is that pass almost goes out of bound, but Funderburg manages to regroup and get it to go. So that's another 2 points there for Funderburg. 7-point lead now with 9 minutes burned. And right on cue, Robinson into the game here. Vernon Carey going to take a long 2. I don't know why he's taking a long 2.
Yeah, it's.
Are we like afraid to go to the paint? Are we afraid to go to the paint? Like, is that a thing? And then Daniels can't get it to go there. Almost a turnover by Carey. Whew. Goldwire gets his man in the air. He takes an inside shot.
Woo!
Goldwire with a beautiful shot there. Where is Goldwire? There's our man, Goldwire. Robinson. Ada, we're a little delayed on our uptake since we don't actually have the actual like cable television. So
D1 Dreams. Could UNC still make the tournament?
No.
Only if they win the ACC championship.
Yeah, there is only one way to make the tournament, and that is Kentucky as a 1 seed. We'll have our Kentucky fans have to weigh in on that. I think they would love to do that. Robinson!
Wow, I love it. I mean,
the most efficient player on the team. Actually, statistically, the most efficient player on the team, right next to Vernon Carey. As a
best 3-point shooter on the team? Question mark.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Another 3 from the outside by Bryce here for NC State does not go, and Goldwire down with the rebound. Goldwire, whoa, baseball pass up ahead and lands in the NC State bench. I'm not sure I like that play at all.
So this is the other thing I would have to say here too. Like, granted, Duke has been having its struggles, but I think it's not just a Duke problem. I mean, it's like a season college basketball. This is what I feel like we say this every year, but this has got to be one of the most wide open basketball seasons in college that we have probably ever seen. Although there is no standout team.
Well, we have seen some teams start to assert themselves, right? We've seen Kansas start to assert itself. That big win over Baylor. Baylor's going to actually play, I think, right after this game on ESPN. I'll probably be watching that as I put highlights together of this eventual win. And then, San Diego State, another strong performance. And then, Gonzaga's Gonzaga, so who knows what they're going to do. And then the Kentucky team playing strong as well late in the season. Oddly enough, led by Quickly and Maxey, which is 2 players. But hell, they've managed to actually win games. And we've also got the 2-man show going, and we can't seem to pull it off. So more power to them.
No, I completely agree. My only problem with the San Diego State and Gonzagas of the world is those teams, for me, I feel like they can still lose to anybody in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody at this point, all it takes is one bad loss, right? And that's only 1 of 2 at the line here for Johnson. Give him 7 points on the night. I also feel like if Duke plays the way they did in the first half of the season, they could probably beat anybody in the tournament. The problem is we haven't seen it. Robinson going to try again for 3. Can he make it? No, that's... Oh, yes, he can,
It died on
actually!
the rim!
Oh, wait a sec. I'll catch myself there.
It
That's
died
off
on
the
the
back
rim!
iron, and it just dies on the rim.
His
Oh,
dad's loving it.
what? That ball had like 0 spin on it. Or a ton
was a
of backspin,
push-off.
and it just died right on the rim. Holy cow. Huh. Again, the spark off the bench. That's a foul on 21.
And one. Get out of here.
That's a foul on Dixon. Foul on Dixon by NC State. It's actually going to be the 5th foul. I'll fix the fouls when we get to a under 8 timeout. Robinson now with 2 3-point shots. The only one who can seem to hit a 3-pointer. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you got called out on calling Kentucky a 2-man show.
Oh, really? Well.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. That was weird.
We have 4 players that average over 11. All right, well, there we go. Technically, we do too, because technically Matthew Hurt is averaging over 10 points, and Stanley's at like
serious?
12. Yes, it's still true. It's still true, despite the fact that they haven't played. They're like, technically they are averaging that much, but like not in the last like 6 games. It's just been like, there's a recency bias to it, right? Trey Jones in the left-hand corner for 3.
Yes!
Finally, the shots are going down. Woo! Finally, Trey going to get a 3 there, and that is his first. It's a 2-point game here with under 8 minutes to go, and Duke is finally looking alive. It took us 12 minutes to figure it out.
He walked. Yes.
Travel by Johnson.
There you go, Adam. You did tell us about Robinson. You did call it. Credit to you. You called that one for him coming in and give us a spark to. I think we're only down by 1 now.
Yeah, actually only down by 2 after that travel by NC State. And that will take us, that whistle there will take us to the under 8 timeout. As I go ahead and fix the stats here for a second. I got to find where is that.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. I thought it was very odd that he didn't play in the UVA game. I actually thought him and Huff would have been a really good matchup for Duke, actually. I think he would have been able to athletically match up against Huff and actually long enough to stay with him.
Do you think, Camden's question, do you think anybody will stay from the freshman class?
Hurt has to stay, 1,000%.
Yeah.
He won't leave.
I would actually be very surprised.
Yes, Stanley, maybe just because of his athleticism.
No, you know what? Jamie was over last night and we were talking about this, and I was like, "What? How does Stanley's game translate in the NBA?"
Slasher.
He's just really?
Yeah, drive to the basket. He's someone that can get by someone on the first step, get to the basket, athletic enough to finish at the rim, and then also once you're in the NBA, you can develop into that like mid-range jump shot and perimeter shooting. He doesn't have the worst shot in the world. It's someone that can develop into more. I think a team would get him based off of potential and kind of just potential and athleticism. That's the same thing. Sorry.
The rankings here to answer the question. It is number 1 Kansas, number 2 Gonzaga, 3 Dayton, 4 Baylor, 5 San Diego State, 6 Kentucky. There you go, the Kentucky guys. At 6, 7 Florida State. The only Louisville at 10. Seton, so 2 ACC teams still in the top 10 there. Seton Hall and Maryland, 8 and 9, round up the top 10. Creighton, after the loss, there it is. The Johnnies on the road fall to 11, and our Blue Devils at number 12 fall 5 spots after that shakeup. So a lot of moving around, actually. Michigan State, the big winner this week, winning at Maryland on College Game Day, moves up 8 spots from 24 to 16. Impressive.
I think I talked about this in the last stream. Draft big board. I think I brought this up the last stream.
Where it was like the Duke players were like outside the lottery.
Let me talk about and it should clear up all your questions or whatever you're bringing, whatever you're saying. Wow, Trey Jones is ranked 20 on this one. This is not the one I was looking at, nor do I agree with that. Yeah, so the first Duke player that shows up is Trey Jones at 43.
Man.
And then Cassius Stanley at 61. Carey's got to be in there somewhere.
61 with
Vernon
Carey?
Carey says in 7 here, but I don't. This is not the one I was reading last time. I'm not sure if I agree with all of these. But to answer your question, they should probably all stay another year, in my opinion.
Oh, what a spin move.
Very nice move.
Beautiful spin move by Cassius Stanley there in the paint.
But Kermit, I mean, you're right. It's hard to stay another year and not get paid, but got to have the potential to get paid.
Robinson looks like he may have gotten a piece on that one. Wendell going to take it to the other side. Pass outside to Goldwire. Perhaps thought about a 3, but not going to take it. Resets outside to Wendell, to Trey Jones. Passing around the outside now to Robinson. Robinson back to Goldwire. Robinson cutting inside. He's in the paint now there on the right block. Wendell also on the left side. Wendell go up with it. No.
There he is.
Robinson. I'm telling you,
man.
Most efficient player on the team. First lead for the Blue Devils.
Dude,
so far, and it took us all of 13 minutes to get it, 25-23.
We saw it in the Wake Forest game.
What was that?
We said and saw it in the Wake Forest game. It's completely a different team when he's out there.
I think your mic's cutting out, by the way.
Is it? Chat, can you hear me?
Oh. Yeah, I can hear you. Sometimes it comes in and out.
That's weird.
Opportunity here for Duke to actually needs a defensive stop. Big time as, Johnson almost fell out of bounds himself. Funderburk down low, mismatch on Goldwire, and Funderburk there with the right hand puts it up. 6 points for him so far tonight. It's going to be 25 all, actually, once I give Robinson his points, which I neglected to do after the nice dunk down low. Robinson going to try to get that screen. Nope. Trying to screen again. Goldwire Stanley. Stanley being guarded there by Beverly. Can't find a lane now. Wendell. Oh, Wendell. Oh, Wendell just lost the ball. Well, then, Daniels with a dunk on the other end in transition, and Duke actually, it's a foul.
Oh, okay. In the conversation that's going on with Chad, I actually really think Trey Jones should probably stay all 4 years, 3 years. To be honest with you, this may sound wrong, but at the same point, his family and he himself does not really need the money. His brother is already making plenty of money for the entire family and himself. So I also think with that mentorship of another brother, an older brother too, I think he's going to tell him to stay at Duke.
Goldwire here, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Duke getting another opportunity after the NC State foul. That was only the 6th foul on NC State, so not quite in the penalty yet, but the next foul will take us there as Trey Jones tries to drive in. Got rebounded there by Robinson outside to Stanley. Still can't get it, but Trey Jones flying in out of nowhere. Oh, loses the layup. NC State on the run. Going to try the alley-oop. Extra pass, and NC State is... God damn it. What is going on, man? Timeout. Timeout, Krzyzewski. Back-to-back fast breaks for NC State here. After Duke was able to take the lead, 25-23. It's been 6 straight NC State points. Oh.
Yeah, it's turnovers and sloppy play of the basketball is pretty much what is is a result of all of this, in my opinion. I don't think it's anything else, just sloppy play.
So
they're all fast breaks.
The fun stat that I was looking at as we go back to seeing what happened to NC State in the last couple of games since we played them, the losses to FSU, UNC, and then the win to Pittsburgh by 4. So Funderburk, Johnson, and Daniels all put up over 20 points in that game.
Oh.
Funderburk 21, Daniels 25, and Johnson 28. All right, in the loss to FSU, Funderburk 9, 7 for Johnson, and 18 for Daniels. Pretty good. UNC was a high-scoring game. They went for 18, 21, and 10. And then Pittsburgh, they went from 14, 9, and 4. So basically couldn't get double figures in 2 out of the 3 games. But of course, they just decided to show up for Duke. And tonight, Johnson's got 9, Funderburk has 6, and Daniels has 6 again. It's like this 3-headed wolf monster. Might as well be Cerberus. There's your Greek mythology for the night. And poor shot execution out of the corner by the Blue Devils.
We switched to the zone here.
That didn't work.
And it did not work at all.
And CJ Bryce just decides to shoot right over the zone and in Jordan Goldwire's face. And it is 32-25 here. 9-0 run for the Wolves, or the Wolfpack rather. 2:40 in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Wendell trying to now get inside, cutting between 3. That layup is no good either, and they're calling an offensive foul. Offensive foul against Carey or Stanley?
I think it's going to go against Stanley.
Oh, I thought it was Carey on this one.
Oh, I meant to say Carey.
Yeah, it's on Carey. Carey has had trouble staying in games. Fouled out of the Wake Forest game, and then fouled out of the Virginia game too. He's had foul trouble recently, and that is actually the under 4 timeout. So our Blue Devils now find themselves down 7. Fran, I'm running out of answers at this point.
Yeah, I think it's kind of becoming a theme that we both have kind of gotten speechless a lot of the times when we're commentating these games, because there's really not much. Like I don't know what to say other than effort, hustle, and fundamentals is really what's going on.
I have reason to believe my jersey is bad luck. No, Camden, that's not the truth. That's definitely not the truth.
And Adam, I don't necessarily agree. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with Goldwire out there, but I also don't really know what you would replace him with.
Well, because Goldwire's in there because he's trying to be such a good on-ball defender.
Yeah.
We need the defense, right? And so Marvin Bagley or Vernon Carey, neither. Neither. Actually, here's my problem. Like, I'm not even sure who I would say at this. Maybe Brandon Ingram.
I mean, Bagley was a beast, dude.
Bagley
I don't know what you're talking about. Bagley was incredible in college. We just didn't really have much of a team around him.
No, there wasn't. I feel like it was, and as a result, like, it's just kind of like a afterthought. Yeah.
Bagley coming to, yeah.
Yeah, it's high on an option. So my final memory, like my last memory of NC State, besides the game that was played like a couple of weeks ago, I was in 2016 when I was down at Duke, and it was Jason Tatum's year, and this is exactly the game how it happened. Like one of their players just ends up going off. It was one of the guards. I think he's in the G League now. Honestly, I can't remember his name. But anyway, last play of the game, Jason Tatum brings the ball down the floor, dribbles it off his foot, and it goes out of bounds, and that's the end of the game. Like, we didn't even get the final shot. Like, we were... And it was after the crazy win against Virginia from the final shot for Grayson Allen. So we were all like, oh my goodness, we're going to have another buzzer beater here, and it's going to be like the repeat of Virginia, and it's going to be incredible. And then it's just like goes off his foot. And we're like, and I guess we're going to leave now. And that's how the game ended. So I'd really love to not have to see that again, because that would, yeah.
Since Goldwire was starting, we've lost 3 out of 4 games. Interesting. Is that true?
Interesting, with Goldwire starting. The lineups have shifted so much. Damn.
Here, whoa, it started like real late.
Yeah, they came right back, and it's a turnover here by NC State as Bryce turns it over, coming out of the under 4 timeout. So we're back. Look, if you're Duke, the best we could ask for is to get this thing down like tied or like a 2-point, 1 possession game by halftime. So at this point, get into the locker room, and then maybe Coach K has something up his sleeve. There's Trey Jones going to try the mid-range shot. That shot is usually money. It's just short. It doesn't go down. Friend, maybe the tired legs is a symptom from the other day. And Bryce here. Bryce, that's off the front iron. Rebound down to Goldwire, who's now running out. Looking as a pass if he wants it. No, he's going to finish with the left hand.
Fine.
Goldwire's got 7 tonight so far.
And Duke kind of sticking with this zone. It's pretty interesting.
Wide open here for 3. Can't quite play it right, but that was off the rim. Rebound down to Carey as Goldwire seems to be trying to push this thing. Carey just going to take it. That's a beautiful play by Vernon Carey with the and one.
So I think Coach K, before the 4-minute timeout, basically saw that NC State had around, I think it was 20-plus points in the paint, just kind of switching up the defense for them to actually play a zone, get them out of the paint, and make them shoot, dare them shoot.
Whew, the long strider.
There we go.
Makes it. And Vernon Carey there. See, that can't be 3 points. That's 5 there. 32-30. NC State still leading. 3 minutes to go. K still calling here for the Syracuse type zone here. Duke in the 2-3. Just trying to switch things up. Oh, great defense there by Stanley.
Oh, they called the foul.
It's kind of funny. He gives up so much height, but he makes it up with his vertical leap. He's like, "Oh yeah, I can block your alley-oop because I'm gonna go get it."
Must be nice. I don't know what that feels like.
I'm missing about 3 inches on mine. 3 inches on my vertical leap. There you go. Funderburg makes one at the free throw line. 7 points for Funderburg. At least we have more points than the UVA game.
Yeah.
Oh, and Funderburg misses it. Yes, we are trending in the right direction as far as points go. 33-30 here for the Blue Devils. Only put up 50 points in the game. That is definitely our lowest all season there. Oh my goodness, the pass from Hurt. Slightly off target, but Trey Jones recovers it. Stanley thinking about driving.
Too much one-on-one.
On Helms and called for a charge. That was... Really? That's a charge?
I mean, I guess so.
Oh, all right. I was a little slow in the uptake. Sorry. We could vote on it, but, like, he's still moving. I thought that's the definition of, like, the charge.
Yeah, but he also, like, lowered his shoulder, which is the definition of what the offensive
Oh, nice block there by Carey, but no. Back to Daniels. Helms, down low to Bryce, and Bryce, and
God,
one.
You're joking me.
Ooh, all right, Matthew Hurt. Wow, that is... In the zone, they're still committing, like, fouls like crazy.
Yeah, I also have noticed, by the way, if you're on the road dunking at 5'6", it's really impressive. Keep it up. And, yeah, I completely agree, Cam. That's kind of what I touched upon earlier. There's just, like, way too much one-on-one basketball, to be honest, with you going on right now.
I'll fix the fouls here in a second, but both teams, as was just mentioned, are in the bonus. So 1-and-1s for both sides for the rest of the 2 minutes and 3 seconds we have left here in the first half. NC State still leading by 6.
Yeah, and I think NC State's at, wait.
Officials at the scorers table looking at something. I have no idea. So I think this might so Camden and Ann are talking about like the standstill offense and the idea of running plays. Actually, like I feel like last year's team, I don't know what they're looking at here.
They're literally looking at Matthew Hurt's hip to his face.
Okay, I have no idea. Anyway, so what we're actually going to talk about is, so like last year's team didn't really have any set plays, or it had very few of them. They ran basically NBA motion, like the entire time. Because you're like Coach K. You're like, all right, Zion, all right, RJ, and give him the ball, and then just run motion to open up lanes and just create space on the floor, and then let your athletes take over. And so like the whole idea of like set plays, maybe a little lost on the whole on the team after
this
last
team
year.
cannot do that.
Yeah, this team can't get away with that, right? Double team down low by NC State. 3 by Goldwire, no good. Great rebound by Matthew. And he's going to try to go put that one back up. Yes!
Nice effort.
Matthew. It's a great
we have
effort,
10
actually.
offensive boards.
Rebound and the board. NC State just kind of holding here. Wide open shot. Nope, not going to take it. Now Johnson is going to take it, and that's off the front iron. Funderburg gets fouled.
He calls
another foul on Matthew.
So I think that's actually the bonus. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. This is a 1-and-1 here. But yeah, like this year you would think, like with Trey Jones, we would have the point guard to be able to set up the plays on the floor. I feel like we had it earlier in the season, and like we get behind and we panic, and it's like just everything just goes to heck. Funderburg can't convert the front end of the 1-and-1 in the line. It's a rebound for Carey, and the ball down to Trey Jones. Trey Jones doesn't get the high screen there. Robinson in the game now. Robinson and Carey. Ooh, defense there by Funderburg. Curry just going to try to put up a hard one, and he is going to get fouled by Funderburg. It's Funderburg's first.
Oh, those are the ACC standings. This is pretty interesting.
Yeah, we flipped.
A lot of lower ranked teams or higher ranked teams being below the lower ranked teams that are in the lead in the ACC.
Yeah, we flip there with Virginia, and Carey makes the first at the free throw line. At least we have learned how to shoot free throws. And you know what? That's a great thing to say.
A fantastic thing.
We have learned how to shoot free throws, chat. There is one thing we can be proud of. It's a timeout for NC State. That's the use it or lose it timeout here of the first half for State. Coach K doing his little defensive dance.
Coach K, trying to teach him how to play defense, which we need.
Just 1 minute to go here. 59.3 seconds left on the clock. It will be NC State's ball after the Vernon Carey free throw, assuming he makes it. Of course, we can rebound this one and try to reset the possession here. Chance for a 2-for-1 if NC State goes quickly here at the end of the half.
Yeah, Carey's been a lot more consistent from the free throw line. Obviously, as I say that, he will most likely miss this shot. And yes, I agree with the overhype to date.
Carey here at the free throw line and does make the second. Nicely done. So it is a 2-point affair here. NC State, let's see if they do want to go for this 2-for-1. They had a timeout to talk about it. Field goal percentage, 34% for Duke, 52% for NC State. We talked about some of those defensive woes during our recap show yesterday on Sunday. We'll get back to the stats here in a sec. That underneath, it's a turnover. Duke going to have an opportunity.
Oh.
Wendell in the open court. Wendell going in. Wendell! Nicely done.
And technically, we maybe can get another shot.
And there is about 2-second game clock, shot clock differential. Let's go the rest of the way here with y'all in chat. As NC State's Pat Andre there, that pass out to Helms, and now Helms going to go in, and he's going to try to put it up. No good. Rebound down to the Blue Devils. 9 seconds to go. 8 seconds for Wendell. What are we going to make of this one? Wendell, the Euro step. Oh, trying to get in and can't make it. It's a foul. Yes, it is a foul. Wendell's going to go to the free throw line.
To be honest with you, Corbin, I haven't watched really any of Gonzaga basketball. I have no. Hopefully somebody chat has watched and can help you out there. I have no clue about anything to do with Gonzaga.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think that was a foul.
Well, it's either a foul on the Wendell shot, or it's a foul on the rebound by the
Rebound.
dude who
Yeah.
hit Carey in the face. So either way, it's the same person in both cases. So just call the foul and call it a day. Moore, the second of the free throws, is good as well. So 4 seconds here for NC State trying to get over half court. That was basically a travel. That 3-point shot is not going to make it, and Duke is going to lead 38-36. Duke by 2 at the half after the Wendell Moore free throws here. Surprise scoring. What they're showing here, Robinson averaging 1.5 points on the season. He's got 8 tonight, and Goldwire's got 7.
They love alliteration, ESPN.
I mean,
Have
that's
you
kind of
noticed
what the
that?
media does. Like that's
Every
that's
single.
the only thing they do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Can't
basically.
disagree. Allison Williams, she knew.
No.
I haven't seen her before. I don't know. Yeah, so I actually have a decent, not right now, but I have experience about the A10 conference. I actually went to the University of Richmond. One of my best friends was A10 Player of the Year. And it's a pretty interesting conference, to be honest with you. I would never expect anybody to be ranked number 3 out of that conference, no matter who they are, who they've played, or how many games they haven't or they've lost. I don't think the conference itself isn't that difficult. If you have a good team, you will most likely win most of the games in it. Granted, you could say that about most of the conferences, but it's really hard to come across a team that can really step up. I think Dayton has one of those unusually very good teams in the A10, and literally nobody can keep up with them. I watched the Richmond Spiders actually play against them, and they're just kind of, it sounds corny, but they're just not really in the same league, if that kind of makes sense. And I think that's kind of what's gotten Dayton to where they are. They do have that one, I'm blanking on his name. They have that one player that is an absolute bucket. And I've watched him too, and he's really good. But I think Dayton, like we said earlier, this whole college basketball season hasn't been that incredible. There's a lot of parity. There's a lot of up and down teams. I think they've kind of been one of those teams that's just like randomly pretty good at a really good time with a really good player. And they've just been cruising this entire season. That was a really long way to answer your comment.
Yeah, well, it's a good answer. But so like saying Gonzaga never plays top teams during the season, and actually last year when they did go play top teams, they lost. They went. Well, UNC was actually good
no,
last
they
year.
actually beat us.
Well, that was
It's Obi Toppin. That's his name. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
Obi.
totally forgot.
Okay. That loss at the end there, the hero ball play by RJ Barrett, we should have won that one.
Yeah,
but they ended up going and losing.
We didn't learn from our mistake.
Well, clearly, and it came back to bite us there in the NCAA tournament. But they lost to Tennessee at Tennessee, and then they lost to Carolina in Carolina when they went and traveled. So it was back when Carolina was actually good. So
I mean, if you're Mark Few, what's the point?
What's the
like,
point?
what's the point of going to play like good teams? Like, on the times they've gotten on runs, like they just win the conference. They win like 30 to 4. They win like 30 games a year. They're going to be a 1 seed. Why not just give yourself the easiest pass to the championship? And then, like, dude, it's tournament time. Each one of those players are locked in. They're going to be trying as hard as possible. I mean, yes, I agree with when you go to like harder environments. If you go to Cameron, you'll be prepared for like the NCAA tournament, but those players already play at a level that is so high that I already think that it's just like, all right, well, let's lock in.
So you're saying that they're naturally
so I think you
good anyway.
Yeah, I don't think you need to schedule hard games. It's like the same argument, like kind of like in college football. It's like, why does Alabama need to actually even? Well, they don't. They're forced to schedule hard games because it's just their conference. Right. But if you're like a Clemson, what's the point? Like, there's no point to play somebody that's out of conference and hard and then just decreases your ranking overall. Different. In basketball, you could actually lose and still be good. But for Gonzaga, like, you might as well just lose 1 or 2 games, keep the 1 seed, and get an easier road. It doesn't.
And so historically, I mean, they've always gotten the 1 seed, and it's been like the West 1 seed because there hasn't been another West Coast team that's like stepped up to actually try to claim the 1 seed. And this year, I suppose there's a bit of a back and forth between them and San Diego State. And if you're the NCAA selection committee and you need to put a team out in the West, you're going to favor picking somebody who is a West Coast team, right? But I guess right now, the way the bracket is structured, San Diego State would actually be going to the East region. So, which is a little odd. But and then I think Duke is currently slated to be in that same bracket, which is fine. So we'll play it.
Yeah, I think it's just like he was brought up earlier in chat. I think it's just been a really odd college basketball season. I think there's really good select players at certain schools. And besides that, it's just been kind of, I mean, let's be honest. How could we really go up from last year? We were only going to go down in college. That's how much of an effect Zion Williamson has.
Yeah.
I would love to see the college basketball ratings in general, if they've gone up or gone down since Zion. I think they've gone down. Maybe not.
Let's do a quick stats check here before. I don't know.
There's my team.
There's your
Damn
team.
It. We're first 4 out. Come on.
The current bracketology here. It looks like NC State is clear on the inside here of the bubble after.
No, they're on the outside.
Well, they weren't on that list. They're still like not even on that list. It's
they
like
were
that
on the
bad?
same list as Richmond.
First
4 out.
Did I totally miss that? I totally missed that.
Yeah, it was like
okay, I can't read.
First 4 out, next 4 out.
Never mind, I can't read then. Let's do a quick stats check. The Blue Devils here, 13 of 36, shooting 36% from the field. NC State, on the other hand, 14 of 28.
What? Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did you see what was on the stream? What's quad wins mean?
Okay. So the quad wins. So they're doing the eye test here. So the tiers of teams, the quad wins. Actually, if Justin is in chat, he should explain this one because he just has been doing the research for our bracketology show and pulled this up. But there's basically your net ranking. Your ranking as a result of the net, which is like the mathematical score that you get, puts you in a quadrant. So you basically just take all 150 something Collegiate 1 teams and just divide them up into four percentiles, right? And then you say, okay, based on where the team ranks, they're in the top 1 quarter, the middle, second 1 quarter, the third, and the fourth 1 quarter. And then that's where so if you beat a team in one of those areas, that's the quad wins. So they're basically just trying to rank the teams as far as beyond just like the top 25, right? Because if there's 150 some odd teams, then it's like going to be 30, like it's going to be like 40 per quadrant, right? So
30 per, yeah.
So then, like, yeah, Seton Hall has 410 to quad 1 wins, which is, I think it's incredibly impressive. Hold on, I have the thing that Justin sent the other day. I can actually pull it up.
Has 10 quad 1 wins. Yeah, see, I don't really know what that means.
It's a bracket. Hold on.
And it's good that we figured this out before our show.
And turn your team tracker. Team quadrant tracker. I think this is it.
Wow, UConn women are beating a team 54-17. That is.
Okay, it's actually a bit more complicated. So I'm gonna show this and I'm gonna zoom in here.
The Discord invite may have expired, Kermit. Give Ritz a second after this.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that this. Whoa. Okay, it zoomed in. Quadrant definition by net rank. Hopefully y'all can see that. I think so. So basically, if your net rank is between 1 and 30 and you're at home, you're in quadrant 1. Versus if you're away, you got to be between 1 and like 70. Basically, it means if you beat a team while you're on the road, and that team is ranked anywhere between 1 and 75, it counts as a quad 1 win. Okay, this is like really wonky. This gets like really wonky. But basically, if you're on the road and the team is somewhere in the top 75 and you beat them, quad 1 win.
Yeah, this is,
right?
I guess, just a way of qualifying if you're getting good wins.
Right. And so here's the net score, right? So basically, here's all the teams ranked, and they're actually done. I don't actually know how the ranking is. It's just by record here. So here's Duke. What you really want to avoid
It's
is the
done by
quad
score.
4 losses, which it means they beat top 25. Well, yeah, it's sort of like that. Unfortunately, Kentucky has this quad 4 loss, which is the Evansville loss.
Where's our SF Austin loss?
It's
Is that
not.
a
It's
Q3 loss?
actually somewhere else because like SF Austin.
Is it at the time of the ranking?
Yes, it's
Okay.
when they play.
Okay.
It's at the time.
So it doesn't
that they
matter
play.
if that team later on becomes number one.
I don't think so.
Okay.
A team schedule results into 4 quadrants, blah blah blah. Combines the quadrant record into a single metric. So every time you you play it and you get points, like soccer, right? You play it, you get points, and then it goes up. Yeah, they're like 20. Yeah, so
I mean,
SF
I
Austin's
like the idea, but I don't. It should just be like, yeah. If
It's
you have,
like,
wins
it's
against the top 50. That's
it's
it.
like really mathy. Like we could really dive into it, and it's probably worth explaining it. Like it's probably worth a segment on one of our Sunday shows to actually just like dive in, and we'll make a YouTube video about it, and then we'll just like clear it up because it's probably worth digging into. So this is like where you would stack up. So right now the first 4 seeds would go to Kansas, Baylor, Gonzaga, and San Diego State. The next 4 seeds would go to Dayton, Florida State, Maryland, and Creighton, which means Duke right now is sitting at a 3.
You're telling me Creighton's going to get a 2 seed over Duke?
According to how they've done it here. Yeah.
Over Kentucky too, over Louisville. No way, man.
Now, I mean, Duke has never won it outside of a 1 seed to begin with. So like
no shot.
that's a little alarming, right? But that is how it works. Yeah. The actual.
There's got to be something else that they like. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank God.
Right. There's more to actually selecting.
There's still got to be like an eye test.
Sure. I mean, actually, Kentucky in this is all the way down. So if Duke's 1, 2, 3, Kentucky would be the top 4, right? In theory, if this is exactly how it went, but not the case. So there's a bit more to this. But yeah, this is a good one. We'll take this offline and actually break it down for everybody so we can like both understand it and then everyone can be on the same page when we get to bracketology. Because it's kind of like the Ken Palm. We did one thing on the Ken Palm earlier this year, but this one's worth exploring. All right. I think we're getting ready to come out of halftime here. Wanted to welcome in all the viewers wherever they may be. We've had folks from Argentina. We've had folks from Australia in chat tonight. Welcome in to everybody. And welcome fans, of course, from all teams around the NCAA. We're bringing you the NC State Duke game live here on Relive Sports, giving you the play-by-play. And chat has just been awesome tonight.
Yeah, chat's been fantastic tonight.
Fantastic tonight with
fantastic.
The
most
conversations all over, both about the game and the broader NCAA. So,
and also general good basketball questions too, NBA stuff. I mean, y'all can always ask us anything. Well, we try to keep up with sports in total. If you value our opinion and want it,
and it's actually absolutely free. It doesn't come with a $17 million contract.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But we also don't have the resume that he has. But I could definitely get close. I could definitely throw like 250 interceptions.
I could also throw it to the other team. You just put me in, I'll throw it to the other team all day long too. Should we be expecting J-Rob as a regular part of the rotation? I don't know why he isn't already.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like
that your question about, I don't know why he's not regular.
He plays excellent minutes. He's the one player who comes on the bench, off the bench, and is like, I'm ready to go.
Like, I'm gonna
contribute consistently.
Yes. I don't know why he doesn't play more.
It's kind of nuts there. But then also, as I said, still one of our most efficient players as far as points per minute. And actually, I think he's going to have enough minutes to actually like make that stat count. Because it does get a little skewed when you have fewer minutes. But anyway, there you go, Ion Razor. Great to see you tonight. Ready for the SEC tournament. I think you have a few games left to go, though. Is Kentucky overlooking these last final ones?
Well, we certainly have. Tell you that much.
Duke, however, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. So again, we are doing something right, and that is shooting free throws. The free throw percentage of these last several games, even in the losses, has been really good. And actually, the only reason why imagine if our free throw shooting was still down below 70%, it would just be like, wow, that would be bad.
So, public service announcement: just wash your hands and cover your cough. By the way, with the
where was that in chat?
Oh no, I was just saying as a PSA before before it starts. And by the way, antibacterial cream and wash does not do anything. It's really bothering me. I didn't bring this up earlier. It is really annoying me when people are like, "Oh, you got to wipe your hands with the antibacterial soap or the antibacterial gel." It's a virus, not a bacteria.
Well, actually, some of it is effective due to the lipid bilayer. So some of it does work, but not all of it. But yeah, wash your hands.
Stay safe out there, and if anything does happen to you, remember you can still always watch us from your bed.
Oh my god. Tennessee didn't show up this year as I thought they would. Well, after a big year last year.
What was the I saw this come up on the line. What's the Georgia Tech ban? What's it for again?
Oh, the Georgia Tech, they're banned from the postseason for a bunch of impermissible benefits.
Oh, okay.
Like related to Josh Pastner, who's still coaching.
So they pay their players, but
still
don't win.
Yeah. Yeah, still can't win.
Sound like a bad idea if you're a player.
It's that thing.
It's the guy that coached Memphis, right?
No.
That used to coach Memphis.
Yes. And all right, we're back. So as Eric just texted me, maybe we'll actually start this half with some energy, and that's Daniels there. Daniels going to start the half with some energy for NC State. He's going to get his shot to go for 2.
Pretty interesting lineup that we're actually coming out here. It's going to be Jones, Goldwire, Hurt, Carey, and
Stanley. As Hurt basically dribbles it off his foot, but recovered by Goldwire. So no Robinson yet, but Goldwire has 7 points tonight. He's been playing decently well. Can't quite get anything. Tough defense there by NC State. Trey Jones cuts inside the Wolfpack with only 5 seconds on the shot clock, and that shot is no good. He's 1 of 9. 1 of 9 tonight. They had Bryce there open. That was a walk. That was a walk, but it turns into a turnover anyway. Out ahead is Goldwire. Goldwire going to pass it to Hurt. Hurt through the lay-in. Nicely done.
Great pass.
It was going to be blocked.
Duke right now, I think it's going to be a 3-seed Razor.
Yeah, that was going to be a block if you didn't pass it. Heads up play by Goldwire. Duke once again out, and that should be a foul. That's a tug on the jersey. Goldwire, what are you doing, buddy? Here's the last play there. There's the turnover of Trey Jones, and now the run out. You see Matthew Hurt, Bryce kind of trying to size him up there. Great pass over the shoulder to Matthew, and the lay-in there. So first foul in this quarter, or rather in this half by Goldwire. Bryce calling for a screen. Daniels, Matthew Hurt once again beat, and Daniels lays it in.
You know what I would love, and this chat would love too, a Duke-Kentucky matchup? It would get violent.
Oh my goodness, that would be unbelievable. Actually, I thought to myself the other night, I was like, if we come back next year, are we going to have a champions matchup with Duke-Kentucky for the start of the season? And I don't actually think it is, because we played them last year. So I think our matchup next year is going to be Michigan State, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I would really, just for the sake of this chat, I would really love to see a Duke-Kentucky matchup.
Oh, it looks like Lamb there doesn't know what to say when he's a Kentucky fan. So,
hey, we respect all of you.
Yeah, we respect all the fans. It's all right. Just be respectful in chat. And everyone's got us, and everyone can, enjoy the games together. Stanley's turnaround jump shot, Franny, turnaround jump shot. What happened to it?
Never goes in when you
Nah, it
fade
didn't go
away.
in. Unless it's LeBron James, in which case you turn around jump shot off one leg and somehow you're
Yeah.
just a god and it goes in every single time. 40 all here as NC State on the line. I believe that was a foul on Cassius Stanley. Make that, if that is, that's his third.
Also, Lambert's a pretty interesting point. I actually think Duke making it to the Elite Eight this year would be a pretty good season.
It would be. I mean, it would be a pretty good season. Of course, we're gonna win the whole thing, right? But
fair.
We'll see where the chips fall. But yes, and that is a double miss there, and the putback by Bryce, no good either.
Triple miss.
What's that?
Triple miss.
Yeah, triple miss. Get it down low to Carey.
Too late.
Too late, but he turns around and with the left
Nice.
hand. Nice play. Now Carey is going to have to establish himself here. He does have 9 points, 2 of 4 field goals, and 6 rebounds. The Duke strategy, I'm not quite sure of it just yet. Helms there, thought about the 3, now just gives it up to Johnson. Bryce again. Duke once again in the zone, Fran.
Yeah, I gotta say I kind of like this zone a little more. It allows for the offensive rebound like this, and we're seeing more and more of these really nice play from Tre Jones coast to coast off of that rebound. Just exactly what we're talking about. It's way easier to actually transition your offense when you're playing out of the zone when you get a long rebound like that. It's harder to actually get rebounds, but if you get the long rebound, you'll actually be able to break out faster. And there you see Vernon Carey. Oh, it's a little too much from Jones, but I like the idea. I like the zone, but one thing you have to realize is that the more and more you play against it, or NC State play against it, the easier it is for them. It is going to score. I could not talk. Apologize.
Yeah, actually, to your point, so basically in the zone, it forces a long 3-point shot on that run out, and what ends up happening is that turns into a long rebound, which just basically turns into a pass for your own fast break. Right, so a good play there by Tre Jones, and he needs to get going as well. He only has 5 so far tonight on just a poor shooting performance. The mid-range jump shots he usually hit haven't gone in. Great help defense there by Javin to close out on Daniels. Closed baseline and denied that. Good defense here. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Does NC State realize it? Funderburg goes in. Are they going to call a foul? Yes, they are. It's a foul on Robinson from behind. Make him earn it at the line, though. SF Austin versus Duke in the first round. I actually wouldn't mind that. It's another revenge game. They're not going to beat us twice. Not going to happen. Baylor isn't that good, so they will win the championship.
And
just
also,
sneakily get in there.
I also agree with the move still to stick with the zone. I mean, NC State's been winning in the paint. They have more points in the paint, and this is how you're able to stop that.
Funderburg converts both at the line. We have a tied game here. 16:40 to go. NC State extending pressure as Goldwire brings the ball up the court. Robinson, Delorier, Goldwire, Stanley, and Tre Jones in. Where's the scoring going to come from? That is the question.
Javin for sure was told never to shoot again after last game.
He has hit a 3 this season, though. That was almost a walk, and it turns into a turnover anyway, as Goldwire just hands it back over to NC State. Oh, boy. And that is the 11th turnover. Remember, in the Duke losses, we've been averaging 16 a game. We're well on that way. Johnson picks up his dribble there. Gets the ball back, reestablished. Funderburg, close out by Robinson. Duke still messing around with his zone here, and the shot by Helms is good. NC State back ahead by 2 points here. And I'm about as nervous as Cameron at this point, actually.
Yeah, I just started biting my nails again, and I'm getting nervous.
Nice up and under. No, can't convert. Wendell Moore can't finish. But it's
our ball. It's our ball. It's our ball. It's our ball.
It's got to be out on State.
That's going to take us to the under 16 timeout there. Kansas versus Kentucky.
Duke team manager hustle is the bottom line here. And they were saying we got to put him in. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, seriously,
That might be the answer.
might be the answer because right now nothing is the answer.
Let me fix the quick stats fix here. As Fran, Duke has come out with another slow first 4 minutes of the second half and hasn't been able to gain any separation on NC State whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't understand what's going on.
But I'm trying.
Yeah, that's like you'll hear us say this. You've probably heard it so many times that it's like, or I've seen it. I've said it. Hustle, fundamentals, and just like literally paying attention. And I don't know how to describe it any other way. Like the fundamentals are breaking down, especially on the defensive end, making simple layups, fast break layups, and it just doesn't seem. And people have brought it up too in chat. Our offense just seems like I don't know, just like
Busted?
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Easy
It's
bet
non-existent.
Oh, John, that's an interesting one. The line apparently for this game was plus 12 to NC State, and they're the easy bet. So, wow. Yeah, congratulations, John. If you did actually end up taking that bet right now, you are looking pretty good.
Yeah, I think we had someone here last stream that had their entire $500 parlay ruined because of us. Well, not us, Duke, but
yeah, because of Duke. Well, I bet at your own risk, ladies and gentlemen.
It's legal. We can't tell you not to do it anymore.
Actually, and so I was trying to fix the. There we go. Baker, Goldwire. O'Connell hasn't even seen any action today.
No, he hasn't even been in the game.
And
probably
neither has Jack White. So neither Jack White nor Alex O'Connell have been in the game at all. Like, we haven't even given them a chance, which is just so weird. It's like there's some games where you're like, here, play 10 players. And then the next game, it's like, here, now you're only going to play 6. And
yeah, I've never understood it. I get to having smaller lineups and everything. Of like once you get into tournament time and things like that, like 100%, you're gonna have smaller lineups. But I always get confused when it's in these cases here, when like the game before you play 10 deep, and then here you only play like 6 or 7. Don't play people that get your production off the bench. I'm not really sure. I mean, to be honest with you, here are the Duke team managers.
This is going in at halftime. They have to.
The guy at the bottom was lightning.
Yeah, look at that. It could basically, they're doing the combine, man. They're like running the 40.
Look at this guy. Damn, he almost got smacked.
Oh my god! And they've all got their stat sheets. I love it.
Hey, if anybody in chat or whatever is going to college or anything, being a manager for a basketball team, it's a lot of time and a commitment, but it's a lot of fun. Builds a lot of structure in your life and responsibility as well.
Oh, Robinson picked up his dribble. He's in trouble. He's got to give it off to Goldwire here. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 8. Over to Robinson again. He thought about shooting it. No. 4 seconds. They're going to have to make something happen. Stanley from the corner, right in front of the Duke bench. That's no good. Oh, Robinson tries for the dunk and can't get it. But it's out at NC State. Oh, that was going to be a monster dunk.
Okay, so this situation right there with Robinson's in that situation, he actually makes the pass to the open player who actually can skip the pass to the even more open player. And that's the difference with Justin Robinson in the game. We would not do that prior. And Trey Jones gets his absolutely rejected, but the foul is called.
Daniels.
So it's that extra pass that Robinson will make because he knows he can't shoot that shot and won't force it. He'll try to find the extra guy, give it the pass, and then the next time pass again. That was good offense.
In contrast to what Kevin is saying here in chat, where is basically why we're just like, and why can't we do anything right? The predictability of the offense, and I think Hypnosis called it out earlier about how predictable this Duke offense has been. Yeah, we don't have anyone over 10 points right now. Actually, the closest one is Vernon Carey with 9. Trey Jones going to get both free throws to go there. He has 7. Justin Robinson actually with 8. He's only 1 bucket away. So NC State, on the other hand, does have Funderburk with 11 and Devon Daniels with 10. 2 scores for them, but only 5 NC State players have even scored in this game. Duke a little bit more balanced. We have 7 scores, and that's a turnover. Is Stanley going to take this one the other way? Stanley, we're going to get a dunk. No, gets poked out from behind, actually.
Even like I know it was like caused by Duke, but it's like even those situations, it's like,
ooh, Johnson there from behind pokes it away from Stanley. Inbound here to the Blue Devils. Markel Johnson, they're saying 4 assists and 6 turnovers with 9 points. Funderburk going to go to the bench, so perhaps that gives us a bit of a size advantage down low. Inbound pass to Robinson, right back to Trey Jones, who was the original inbounder. Trey Jones now being guarded there by Helms and gets it outside to Goldwire. Resets 17 seconds on the shot clock here. Calling for a screen by Robinson is Wendell, and he gets it. Wendell, the switch by Daniels. Goldwire to Trey Jones is an open shot in front of the Duke bench.
Nice.
Yes, it goes. Absolutely. Trey Jones now puts himself into double figures, and there's our first 10-point scorer. And Duke up by 3 at this point. Love it.
3.
On the other side, it's Daniels and can't quite get that one to connect. Rebound down to Robinson. And Trey Jones. Oh, Wendell open. Double team. Get it outside to Stanley. Oh,
Someone's
but
open.
Wendell going to take it himself.
Nice. I thought they were almost going to call something there.
Yeah, I agree.
And here's going to be a timeout for NC State. Yep.
Timeout for NC State.
That is the Duke run that we kind of needed. We're up by 7. Hopefully, we're actually going to be able to get a stop at the end of this timeout here. It's going to be super important to get a stop. We should be able to build on this lead here.
Here's the highlight here, ladies and gentlemen. Right outside to Trey Jones. Trey Jones, beauty. Buckets. And then Wendell on the inside. Getting it done outside and inside. Well done by the Blue Devils. And we've got a 5-point lead here. Finally, we have managed to wake up. All right, let's catch up with chat. I don't know how our scoring is. Oh, I do like how our scoring is spread out. Yes, that is good. You all have to set up Coach K for the quarter 3 easy buckets. Petition to let Buckmeyer go ISO against Cole Anthony. Maybe if we're somehow up by 30, we can let anyone go ISO. Put Severino in there at that point. It is senior night, however.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. We have UNC Duke on Saturday.
Yeah, UNC Duke on Saturday. That will be senior night for the Blue Devils. I guess now what they call final game night, since it's not really just for seniors anymore.
No, okay. I have a hot take on this.
Go for it.
Not a hot take, but
hot takes. We love them.
It should just be senior night. I don't agree with the fact that it should be like final night. I'm 100% for senior night. If you come to college and just want to play basketball for 1 year and go to the NBA, that's fine. But you do not deserve a night to say that you dedicated your 4 years to this school and be recognized with your parents.
Brutal.
Just me.
The brutal honesty. Tell us how you really feel.
I mean, yeah, but like, what do you like? You know how bad you make the other like 4-year players that have been there for 4 years feel? It's not the same.
And to be fair, I don't actually think they get real like recognition. Yeah.
No. Yeah. I don't think they should.
Yeah.
Or if they ever will do that, it should not happen.
All right.
It's for the seniors.
Think Trey Jones can be better than his brother. That is a tough call. I mean, we only got to see Tyus for 1 year. And
in the context of Duke or NBA?
Oh, yeah, it's a good clarification, I suppose.
Like career-wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you're saying career-wise, I wouldn't like put it out of the question. Tyus really hasn't had like it depends. I mean, he makes a lot of money in the NBA, like his backup point guard, so it's fine. He's doing well with his life, but he also isn't like having a ridiculous career or anything like that. So I mean, maybe Trey his younger brother could do that later on in his career.
Duke's shooting has improved slightly from an abysmal 33% to now 39%. So we are 6 percentage points better than we were before.
I would say also, if you're going to say both, that means Trey has to win a national championship.
That's true.
There's no way you'd be able to say that.
Unless he somehow wins.
Because also Tyus not won us the championship, but like he
iced it.
He iced it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Grayson won it, but he iced it. Or Grayson pulled us
it.
back. Oh, the three by Daniels for NC State coming out
Exactly
of the
what
timeout.
I said could not happen.
Christ almighty. Lordy. Whew. NC State managed to pull within 2, so Duke can't quite manage to put NC State in any sort of hole here. The 5-point lead quickly evaporates and just becomes a 2-point advantage for the Blue Devils. And Stanley now, this shot clock is going way late, and it's Jordan Goldwire going to go for 3. That's off the back iron. Rebound to Stanley. Reset the shot clock, another 20, and Stanley's just going to go in. He's going to get his own rebound, too. Why not?
Strong move. Incredible hustle there. And to be honest with you, good defense.
Yeah, just better offense, actually.
Yep. He was straight up the whole time. He played that correctly.
Yeah. Outside shot by Bryce. That three-pointer is no good. Rebound to NC State. Tries to get... Oh! Rejected by Stanley!
Pass.
Going the other way. It's Goldwire coast to coast! Love it. Love it. You might as well call another timeout, except you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, you could.
Well, you can, but you have to wait for the under
NC
12.
State perhaps in trouble here. Duke, there's up by 6, and the refs are going to save them. The refs are going to save NC State from that one.
Oh, I forget. All right, Lamb, it's funny you bring that up. There was a tweet I saw and an image I saw, and that was also a really nice block there. Fantastic start to spark their transition offense there, and Goldwire is able to finish off the layup. But I saw a tweet that was like Kentucky, Duke, and I think it was Kansas, if like all 5 players would stay of the best ones every year. And it was like, which ones are the best? It was really neat. It's like, who do you think would win? It was literally like Zion, RJ Barrett, like Marvin Bagley, Tyus Jones, Grayson Allen versus like everybody that you see from like Kentucky, like Anthony Davis, like all of these players, Devin Booker. It was hilarious. Well, Devin Booker probably more NBA player than
almost there. Another turnover by State. They have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Daniels looks up and notices, and now he knows. He's calling for the screen for Thunderberg. It's a 5-second shot clock there. That was way short.
Terrible, that one.
And it's out on Duke, so keep it with NC State, but they're only going to have 2 seconds, actually. Oh, the jacket is off!
The jacket's off!
The jacket is off by Krzyzewski. I don't know when it came off, but the jacket is officially off. And it is a 6-point game. We have reached the under 12 timeout. Finally, people have been, oh my goodness, the amount of like Duke, like, oh, Coach K isn't doing his job, blah, 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 that I've seen on Twitter in the last 24 hours, actually the last week, is like ridiculous. Oh, Coach K doesn't stand up. He's got like not enough energy. He's not inspiring his team. Give me a break, people. Like,
yeah, at least he's not out. At least he's not out there telling the AD to fire him.
Thanks, Roy.
Our friends down the road. Oh, do you need an assistant coaching job, Roy? Why don't you come over here?
No. Roy shouldn't set foot anywhere in Cameron. He's like toxic. He'll like burn actually, like a vampire with light.
Adam, it sounds like you're describing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, the Harrison brothers.
Oh yeah, the Harrison brothers were actually really good. That was insane.
Back in the day.
Yep.
I do remember that. That was another close, good run there. For
I remember
Kentucky
Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis won the championship, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Or did he lose? He won it, right?
Okay. Anthony Davis, I'm pretty sure. Unless we're about to get called out by the Kentucky fans, but I'm pretty sure Anthony Davis won the whole thing. Roy would, he won it. Okay, would convince K to not call a timeout in the final moments.
He'd also tell Coach K not to foul, too.
Yep.
What was the... There were another set of brothers.
Not the Plumlee ones.
Played for Kansas.
Oh.
The Marcus, Marcus...
Morris
twins. The Morris
twins, right?
Yeah.
We need Jack.
Talk about 2 twins that like have gotten by really well in the NBA, just being like average players.
Well, average in the NBA makes millions of dollars.
True.
So
average in my career makes a lot less.
Yeah, in most careers, Makes a lot less. So,
But hey, I guess in streaming and commentating, if you're the best, you make 17 million.
oh well. The Ball. It would have been the Ball brothers, Alonzo Lamello and Leangelo, but yeah, that one kind of went sideways.
I cannot wait for like 20 years down the road. This sounds terrible, but like when the father's not really in the picture anymore, and like all the brothers talk about it.
Oh, like they go back in time?
Yeah, like oh, what they're totally someone's gonna like offer him a TV con or just like an interview,
Like the true story.
where one of them's like no, we like couldn't stand our father for doing this.
Oh
like,
my goodness!
I really want to hear it. I really want to hear it.
It's an ESPN
I want to hear
special.
if it's true. Yeah, like a 30 for 30. The ball.
Oh, the 30 for 30.
Yeah, the balls or something like that.
Yeah. Something like balling.
Dude,
I don't know, chat. Think of the name. Think of the name. All right. So chat. Let's think of it. There. Wendell. Nice cut.
Nice.
Let's think of a funny alliterative name that could be used for a 30 for 30 about the Ball brothers and like how they don't like their father. Even something like Ball is Life could be the title of the 30 for 30, right?
It's something like that.
Something like that. If anybody has a good one, it'd be kind of fun. LeVar does it know best. Not
depends
bad.
How the brothers are talking about it. Pass. Alley-oop.
Alley-oop to Stanley. Finally, we got
10
it.
points, baby. Duke by 10, baby. I love it.
Oh, Kevin Graham, sweaty balls.
Oh.
What?
Timeout.
I think Kay was yelling at Stanley there for a second. We're going to get you the highlight here because that one is worth going back and watching. Trey Jones here on transition, the alley-oop. Stanley behind the defense.
Beast mode.
Beast mode. Woo! We have not seen this since the Boston College game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, when was the last time we've thrown an alley-oop?
Like that? Well, actually, in Boston College, he did it himself. Love it. I would say name the segment
Yeah.
Dead Beat, say who doesn't know.
Makes sense.
Our dad decides our future. Oh my goodness.
Yes, Hypnosis. I would love to.
Oh, actually, yeah.
We should. I think we should unban him.
No, that NC State fan is not coming back, unfortunately. It makes for a great stream, but here, the outside shot by Bryce. That three-pointer coming out of the timeout is good for Bryce. 12 points for him tonight. 7-point game. All right, but here's the key. Duke opens a 10-point lead. Can it keep it?
Yeah. That's not good.
Can it keep it? Blue Devils here with an opportunity. Oh, they had Vernon Carey down low, but he was being bodied up there by Funderburg. Stanley now going to cut in, and he's going to get fouled. Stanley fouled by Beverly. Beverly's going to send Stanley to the free throw line for an opportunity to bring this thing to 9 points.
I agree with Walton there. I feel like the team's just lost its sense of confidence. Like, just overall. Like, everybody was on another notch, was a notch higher at the beginning of the season.
Well, you lose your the last 3 or 4. I mean, the psyche, right?
Yeah, that's also true.
Stanley does get the first free throw, 9 points. And yes.
Yeah. I don't want to say it, but I think we're 100% for the line.
I believe that is true. We haven't missed so far at the free throw line tonight.
I said it.
NC State. Johnson going to try to go for 3. That shot is off the back iron. Funderburg down low, and Funderburg gets blocked by Carey.
Nice.
Going the other way here are the Blue Devils. And Wendell going to get Stanley. Oh, that was bigger than the first one! Oh, are you kidding me?
He cocked that back. He threw that down.
Lay it in, son! And a block by Carey, and NC State doesn't know where to hide. Wow!
I love it. That was fantastic.
Oh! Second account alert.
Chat is so funny. I love that we have people that support do it.
Woo!
even need to say anything.
Wow.
See, guys, we don't even need to entertain you. Chat entertains you yourself.
Daniels down low
Nice,
is going to
nice
get it to
finish.
go.
Should
It's
be an
actually an
and
and one. I think that foul was on Stanley, but I don't care. I think your mic blew up
Oh, I like that one. Can
from
you hear me?
ball to fall.
Yeah, from ball to fall.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. We're giving away free 30 for 30 titles. Yeah, Duke 12 for 12 at the free throw line.
Stanley remembering how good he is.
No good there on the free throw by Daniels. It rims out. So actually, I believe Duke should have 7 if he was at the free throw line. 63-54 here for the Blue Devils. It's a 9. Oh, sorry, it was just an and one. So that's why. Oh, that's a tight
double
pass.
team.
Double team. And he's just bodying people. The tank is rolling over the Wolves. And Funderburk gets called for the foul.
Yes, Razor. Stanley is a freshman and NC State fan. Well, doesn't matter because you won't be in the tournament. So.
Actually, nobody else in chat can see that one. I deleted it.
Oh, okay. Well, the NC State fan said we weren't going to do anything in the tournament, and then I responded with he won't even be in it. So I think it's deleted now. So
Vernon Gary missed one. We didn't even say anything.
Yeah, I did. I did before.
Oh.
I said we were perfect from the line. No, Eric, it was me.
No, it was Fran.
It was me.
You gotta own it, Franny. Fran, you gotta own that whole thing.
It was me. I even said it. I go, we're perfect from the free throw line, and then I was like, watch, just totally blew it.
Sorry, Carey does not have 19 points. He has 10. NC State, the screen there by Bates. Back to Daniels. Bates on the inside of the zone. The zone really disrupting NC State here in the second half. Daniels going to try to go for 2. No. Rebound down to Stanley. Duke now has some swagger and confidence. Goldwire going to bring this ball up. Goldwire going to go dump down for Carey, who goes straight up. Finally, actually, he didn't bring the ball down.
We're actually moving. I don't know how to explain that.
You said at the end of the North Carolina game, you're like, wow, Duke woke up. Duke woke up!
I don't understand it. It's suddenly, it's wow, we're playing terrible. And then suddenly, it's just drives me nuts.
The beast has awakened as Carey is back at the free throw line, and I'm not going to say anything.
All right, well, I totally blew it. I totally blew this the free throw comment, but that's right.
Loyola Chicago. Bring back sister.
As much
Mary?
as I love your enthusiasm in chat, do you have a broken caps lock key?
he's on permanent caps lock.
A permanent caps lock.
Permanent caps lock.
Justin Robinson back into
Jean.
the game.
That was it. Sister Jean was it. Sister Jean.
Dude, Luke Garza scores 30.
Ooh, Helms.
0.1 a game. Wow, that's insane. Here, Goldwire has the ball at the top of the key, running off the Justin Robinson screen. It's going to dish it out back to Stanley. Stanley.
Give it to Robinson.
Oh, Stanley all the way to the basket with the and one.
Stanley all the way to the backs. Exactly. Yo, I said give it to Robinson because this is hurting his points per minute. But you know what? It is the Cassius Stanley takeover machine at the moment. Stanley there with the and one on the replay. Beautiful. Beautiful.
How many shots has he taken today?
We can check that here at the half in a second.
I pray to God that is the truth, Lamb. Because I feel like he's been shooting like crazy. Robinson.
Rejected. Wow. Robinson with the rejection. Going the other way. Stanley trying to go again. Oh, he's rejected too on this end. Nice swat by Robinson, though.
He's so long. He gets so many blocks. He's so long. It's incredible.
It's also helpful with the zone to have that length.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Stanley, 16 so far.
For basketball, wow. Congratulations. That's awesome, man.
God damn it. Ohio State, a pretty good team. They had a tough stretch there in the middle of the season. Kind of like Duke has had a tough stretch. Unfortunately, it's been later in the season, but now back once again in the middle of the rankings there. Helms' shot is no good. Rebound down to the Blue Devils. Next whistle will take us to the under 8 timeout. Robinson thinking about it. Robinson, no, pass back to Goldwire. Oh, beauty!
Nice floater there by Goldwire.
From Robinson.
Not even going to respond to that. Well, to Adam, yeah, I actually did kind of count Stanley out, to be completely honest with you. But I mean,
that's a foul.
As how he was playing, I feel like we had every right to kind of say what we did about Stanley, but he's proving us wrong here, and we want him to prove us wrong.
Waving to the NC State fan.
Oh, dude, he gets so high up there, man. That's awesome.
The top 10 nominee for SportsCenter is Cassius Stanley tonight. The dunk, an impressive one. Oh,
dude, his head's at the rim.
His head, of course, his head is at the rim. It's like the Boston College one. Oh,
yeah. Lamb's trying to get it. Oh God, here we go.
I thought Lamb was a Kentucky fan. All right, you Kentucky fans, y'all sort it out. Y'all sort that one out. Sort it out with your own.
This is like the fear that we're gonna have in chat. Is like when somebody flames a Kentucky fan, it's just like a war.
No, well, Lamb said he wasn't a Kentucky fan.
Thought, yeah, Lamb did say he was a Kentucky fan earlier. I thought.
So either he's a double agent, or he's having doubts about his own team.
Yeah, Adam, you are proving us wrong. There you go. But now we agree with you. We've always been talking about Robinson needing to be in the game, and Stanley's playing up to his potential, which we love.
Just fixing the foul count here. Daniels and Andre. I think we're square here with NC State. They have 7 fouls this half. And on the other side, we'll square up here with our Blue Devils. Slight foul trouble for Vernon Carey, who has 3. Che Jones and Stanley both with 2. And then plenty of players here with 2 as well. Matthew Hurt, Robinson with 2. I think we've squared up the foul situation for our Blue Devils.
Oh, there's Seahawk fan 91. I was wondering where you were, if you were coming back or not. How you doing? And we talked about this last game, or the last time I think they played.
I think it's
absolutely
chalk.
Beautiful. Oh, it is chalk.
I was like Seahawk. I was like Seattle. Where? Like
chalk.
Who?
My bad. Whoa. Oh, I mean Seahawk. Like.
Oh, what is? The chat's trying to sort out who.
The Kentucky fans in chat don't want Lamb to be a Kentucky fan. Oh man. See if y'all I forget who it was. I think it was Kermit. You were asking before. What was it called? You were asking for the Discord. The link wasn't working. Wow.
Oh, it should be.
I think Kermit, that was you, correct? That was asking for the link to the Discord.
It's not the one in the bottom.
He said he tried it and it didn't work. I forget if it was him or somebody else. I can't scroll up.
It is
UNCW Seahawks. Now I'm getting absolutely cooked. It was a mistake, right?
That's all right. You can get roasted.
Yeah, roast me all you want. Oh, roast me for entertainment.
Let's see.
Yeah, but Adam, I would actually say that, I mean, the ACC this year hasn't been very strong, to be completely honest. But SEC, more than usual, is not as strong as the ACC. Last year, the SEC was really good. I mean, you had some really good teams down there. Bryce Brown playing for Auburn and everything like that. Bruce Pearl down there, and Tennessee was pretty good too. We're actually going to get the game after this for everybody watching is actually Texas Tech versus Baylor. So you're going to be able to get a nice look at the 4th 1 seed.
Yeah, the Baylor Bears here. Duke now with a 14-point lead. Actually has 71. I'll try to fix that point here when we get a
Pass.
second.
So
Doesn't
open.
nope. Doesn't need to.
See, we'll get to that at some point.
You're taking an issue with that.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Well, I'll talk about the under 4.
Johnson trying to go, and Johnson gets that one
Let's
to go
finish.
high off the glass. Stanley now as NC State, Fran, looks like they've gone to a 2-3.
Yeah, I think they're doing the same thing. And hey, play nice and chat, everybody. But yes, this is actually something I wanted to bring in there. Carey
Too
with the
easy.
slam, beautiful. This is what I actually wanted to talk about earlier. With Carey, I'm surprised more people don't play a zone against us because 1, we can't shoot, and 2, we only have Carey as our main offense pretty much down in the paint. So why not play a zone? I haven't really understood it, but I think the rationale from other coaches is that our offense is so bad any other way.
Look out, Wendell. Here he goes on the other side. Nope, can't get it.
Yeah, he walked too. Lucky we didn't get that call.
Because it's hard. Not like teams don't practice zone. Like the only team that practice.
Oh, I like that one. LeVar the Czar. That's a great one.
A little teaching moment there by Coach K and Trey.
Chalk fan? Really? You've been a Duke fan for a long. I thought you were a. I thought Chalk. I mean, Hawk fan would be Rock Chalk Jayhawk type thing.
No, Jack's the Jayhawk fan.
I have a Chalk fan. Would that like come out?
Oh, well, it could be a
Rock Chalk
Jayhawk fan,
Jayhawk?
but
yeah, but he says Duke fans. Hey, we'll take them all. I don't care.
And Wendell converts both at the free throw line. 10 points for Wendell. So now we have 5 Blue Devils that have gone into double figures. Wendell with 10, Carey with 15, Stanley with 16, and here's Johnson trying for NC State. Rebound down to Stanley. Trey Jones with 10, and Jordan Goldwire with 11 points. 5 Blue Devils in double figures, a balanced scoring effort across the board. What a response here by Duke. Ever since that, essentially, that under 16 timeout, we came out and just started handing it to NC State. NC State trying to drive baseline, and the reverse is going to go for CJ Bryce. He's got 14 tonight. It's essentially since the 13-minute mark of the second half, we have just gone off. Not our dad,
Chad
just our
so yeah, Chad has been very entertaining today. Actually, yeah, to clarify everything, Lamb actually did say that if Duke could shoot and hit shots, they would beat Kentucky.
That one there. Hold on, I can't. This is going too fast. And
yeah, I'm trying to let's no hostility in chat, please. I lost the stream, but I'll take over it. I think waving the fan scared him off. Yeah, I've noticed that is hilarious. Hey, like we've always said before, everybody's welcome in chat from different teams here. Support the YouTube channel, support college basketball in general. It's not just we support Duke. We've obviously Ritz went to Duke and everything like that, but everybody's welcome here. We're always here for a good basketball conversation. Here you can see Vernon Carey down low with that beautiful pass and that finish by Stanley.
And it is actually 79-63. We'll check on the scores here as the stream decided to stop working for a second, which was highly unfortunate.
Yeah, and actually, believe it or not, in the conversation that's going on in chat, there hasn't really been a dominant team in college basketball for the last 10 years. It's been like if someone was like, oh, what has Duke done? Yeah, we won the national championship
twice,
but so have other teams and multiple situations. So, you can apply the same logic pretty much when you go through. And college basketball is weird. It's not like the pros. It's not the same, like, 32 teams that you're always kind of going to be in the running
I
for.
don't
It's
I
always
don't know
going
if
to change.
anybody win it twice in the decade. Duke. 09 was Carolina, then Duke. 11 was UConn when they beat Butler, who made it back to the title. Oh boy, this is going to get really hard here in a second. 12, 13. So 14 was Kentucky. Villanova won it twice. Okay, that's why I can't remember it. Then 15 was Duke. Then UNC won it again. Or then UNC won it, and then Nova got it. Okay, yeah. Yep. Got it.
Oh, so um, one thing I wanted to bring up actually was the fact that so this has been happening a lot for Duke basketball. Carey is going to get the ball down low in the paint. The double team is going to come, and he like completely ignores it. He like continues playing as if there is no double team, which is okay. But the amount of times I've been sitting here watching these games and seeing him just pass the ball or not pass the ball and like completely not pass it to the wide open man, it stabs me in the heart every single time because he's
Louisville.
just not making the correct basketball play. Granted, sometimes he's going to score, but like you'll hear me when the ball goes down low to him, I'm just like pass because it's so open and it's so obvious. It should be instant. Double team comes, boom, kick it to the open man, done. Sometimes he powers through it. Maybe it's something he's talked about with coach or something like that, but that's kind of just my viewpoint on that.
You would think with the amount of shooters that we have on the floor, like that would be the go-to play, because that's how Duke used to play, like at the start of the decade. The drive, dribble, drive, kick, outside, open three, bang. That was the recipe. And then we started getting like serious post players.
Oh, you're right. Louisville did get it.
Yeah, Louisville did. That's a good call out there, because I remember Louisville was 13. That I do remember that one. I was unfortunately when the guy broke his leg. On that one. That was a Rick Pitino one. So Vernon Carey there with the first free throw. Vernon Carey shooting again, and yes, he makes that one. So only one miss so far for the Blue Devils at the free throw line tonight.
Oh,
or no, maybe
that
two.
Was true. That was the Kevin Ware incident.
That was the Kevin Ware. Yeah. That was the Kevin Ware incident there on that one.
They deserve to win it for him.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I gave him that one. Actually, it was Louisville. It happened against Duke. If I'm recalling that correctly, because Louisville and Duke met in the NCAA tournament. I don't think Louisville at that time had shifted the ACC yet. I think they were still outside of the ACC. I want to say they were in. I can't remember. They were a Big East team. Louisville was a Big East team at that, so it was a Big East ACC matchup. And Duke was on the other end of that play.
Nice look. And Camden, I agree with you. If you would broaden it up and say the most like dominant team in college sports, it has to be UConn. It has to be the women's game, 100%.
Bates should have 4 points there, I think, or at least 2. Nice play by Trey.
Nice play. I think unfortunately he caught the NC State player with an elbow. I think they're going to look at. I think they're going to actually look at it at the monitor too, just in case. But I think he should be okay with this one here. Does anybody know?
Here's the play we're looking at.
Let's take a look.
That's incidental.
Yeah.
That's incidental.
I have a question for a chat. I may not know this, but did Kevin Ware ever? I know he played again, but did he ever do anything with his career? Did he ever play overseas or anything?
I don't.
And as you can see here, the refs are looking at it. Oh, what do you mean? Why do we need to look at this? It is pretty hard.
I actually did not the Chris Duhon days. That was before.
Camden, you were definitely not old enough to remember the Chris Duhon days. I saw that photo. You're not older. You're not older than me, and I don't even remember it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, this looks like incidental contact. CJ Bryce still down on the floor. Oh, perhaps a bloody
Oh,
nose.
he's bleeding. That's why.
Yeah.
Yes, Lamp. Thank you. You saved yourself on that chat comment.
Ant saying finally a Duke blowout. And the art of the old-fashioned blowout has been totally lost on us this season, but finally.
Derek, our friend from Australia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for looking
Finland.
that up. He's playing in Finland. Appreciate it.
There you go. So still able to play.
Oh wow, you're a full Duke family. That's wild. Did they all go to Duke? Because then you got to go study. You got to stop watching us so much.
Well, you can study while you watch.
You can study and watch.
Yeah, that's acceptable. Louisville inbounding the ball here. I, for one, really hope that this score margin ends by 22. Also, whoever had NC State by 12 as the betting line is not enjoying the game right now because Duke has absolutely remembered how to play ball. And Vernon carrying a foul. Fourth foul. Well, actually, Vernon Carey foul out of this game before it's all over. Yikes.
Oh, wow. Both your sisters and dad. That's awesome, Camden.
Oh, so apparently we are not sure if Kevin Ware plays in the Czech Republic or in Finland.
And that's a very interesting team or family dynamic you must have because you're a Kentucky fan. Your dad's fan's a Kansas fan, and your sister's team's a UVA fan.
16-point margin here.
Yeah, Eric.
Yes, not the traditional house divided license plate, of course, with the Duke UNC. Okay, so it's a Czech team. So there you go.
Well, I appreciate y'all taking a look at that. Thank you. And yeah, so this is something that we didn't really touch upon earlier, but this is actually the highest amount of bench points. It came up in the cast. I didn't just pull this out of nowhere. It was 36 points from the bench, the highest ever from a Duke team or from this Duke team this season. And I have to say, I think it comes down to one man only.
Robinson with 8. Goldwire had 11, but he's a starter, so he doesn't count. Manny Bates fouls out of the game here and will send Duke to the line.
It's the second time in a row, by the way. He fouled
now
out
in the double bonus. So we can say Crazies giving Manny Bates the Sia treatment here in Cameron. Of course, you don't stop the cheer. You don't stop the cheer until he actually sits down. And
still waving.
So the cheer is still going.
Still waving. He's trolling us.
Yeah, he's trolling.
There we go.
See ya.
Bye, Bates.
Bye, Bates. Yo, Jack White also absolutely agreed. Straight up disappeared.
I know Neil over there is probably looking for his fellow Australian out there. He can't ever find him anymore.
My dad's girlfriend is a UNC fan. Oh, God. That's trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you guys do Thanksgiving? Yeah, Jack White, a mystery in this game. Alex O'Connell, another mystery in this game. 0 minutes for both of them. Never saw any action. Joey Baker did see some action. Only got 1 foul on the stat sheet.
Okay, so I actually may have an idea.
They don't do Thanksgiving.
Where Jack White actually went. So I think in this situation, in this game plan, I actually think Justin Robinson takes the place of Jack White. He can shoot more effectively than Jack White. He's longer. He can block more shots, and he also hustles and plays defense. What does Jack White give you that Justin Robinson doesn't give you? And I don't mean that to be like rude to players or anything. That's I think the thought process. O'Connell didn't play at all.
Didn't play at all. O'Connell did not play at all.
Nice break at the press there. They're going to go for the trap.
Duke by 16 with 2 minutes to go here. Chet, we can finally actually breathe easily as we count down the final 2 minutes here. And everybody relax because we are actually going to get away with a win in this one.
Justin Beast Robinson.
Justin the Beast Robinson. Well, actually, we've been calling him the little, what is it?
What
Little
was it
admiral,
we
the
call-
captain, the
The
lieutenant.
Admiral. Yeah,
Well, the admiral's his dad, so we have to come up with a different one.
it's fine.
Can we
The
storm the
commander.
floor? The commander. All right, hashtag the commander for Robinson. I believe did Schulman
And
one for Trey Jones. I believe Dan Schulman just told Jay Billis that he has been drifting into quote unquote Bill Walton territory. Fran, what does that mean?
I can't say it on stream.
It basically means that he's spewing nonsense.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, what did I see yesterday? I saw Bill Walton commentating with Richard Jefferson yesterday. I didn't actually get to listen to it, but I saw them standing next to each other. Wow. It's like they're just trying to put like more people with that one commentator that always gets stuck with Bill Walton to like make him stop talking so much.
Yeah, I really feel bad for the play-by-play guy because last time I saw like Bill Walton was hitting him in the head with those thunder sticks.
Yeah, it's like, what am I supposed to like? What are you supposed to do when I just go off a tangent that clearly has been like the tangent has been like drug induced and everything? Like, what are you supposed to do as like co-commentator? Just like stop talking, like
suck it up. I don't know. You know, it might be hilarious if the guy sort of joined him in the.
Like, they don't have chat. That's also the problem. Like, they don't have anybody to keep him in check. He has no idea that nobody likes what he's saying.
All right, we've got all the commander puns coming out in chat. Chat had a good run. Oh, Robinson!
Oh, right on cue, baby!
With the authority vested in him by his rank, with the emphatic finish. And give him 10 points and puts him into double digits.
Coach K, but he gave a big cheer to the fans there.
And the rebound.
Now, the second NC State fan didn't do anything egregious enough.
No, yeah, the second NC State fan was tame.
I agree with you.
NC State with 60.
Woo! We ended on 69.
An impressive win for the Blue Devils. Oh, well, there you go. There's the Kevin Ware back and forth in chat. All right.
On that. Thank you.
So with that, Duke can now move back into third place in the ACC. Are we going to get a post-game interview by a player? Yes, so happy for Robinson as well. He was in double figures tonight. 10 big points for him. What a spark. The huge play by Stanley.
And here, another thing, too, is if you enjoyed the stream or enjoyed the game as well, or just enjoyed hanging out and chat, too, just don't, if you don't mind, if you click the subscribe button, it's always a huge help for us. It notifies you when we come online, good Duke games and everything like that. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate all the support and having you guys in chat as well. Something to just kind of keep in mind, we will most likely kind of try to put a schedule together for the ACC tournament games and just the tournament games in general. It's going to be dependent on how far Duke goes, and also dependent on our schedules too. We unfortunately have actual real jobs and work during those. We actually watch it at our desk, like all of you.
The 6 players in double figures tonight for the Blue Devils. Wendell Moore, 10 points. Vernon Carey, 17. Cassius Stanley, 18. Trey Jones, 15. Goldwire, 11. And Justin Robinson, 10 points. A beautiful performance by the Blue Devils. Well-rounded scoring. This is the Duke team that we love from the first half of the season, and they just give it to NC State and take care of business at home. As we say, revenge is a dish best served cold. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, we will have the Selection Sunday stream live here. We will be watching the Selection Show live. Since it's on CBS, I think everybody can watch it. And like this, the information is public anyway, so we don't like actually show it. But we will have it live, and we'll be building our brackets for the next 2 or 3 hours after that. We'll be answering all your questions. And actually, here's the fun part. We will have special segments on that show, and the segments are going to be called Make Your Case. So if you're a fan of a team that is not Duke, we're going to let you come on the show during Selection Sunday, and you are going to make your case as to why your team is going to go all the way. All right? So plain and simple rules, as like obviously you can't mouth any other teams, or we'll cut that off real quick. But if you want to come on the stream, if you want to come on the show live and make the case for your team and your team only, and just talk your team and keep it PG, then we will do that. So I know for sure Jack is going to do Kansas. We have some Kentucky fans who might want to, and we'll get a wide swath of teams and perspectives from fans that night.
And the best way to kind of contact us for that too, and kind of get on that list, or even try to, is just please join the Discord and send us a message in there too, and we can get you all set up and everything like that. And of course, when you come on live and everything, whatever you say is what you say. It's owned by you, not necessarily us as well. So keep that in mind.
All right, Jigglypuff, hey, nice to see you in chat. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the stream there. Duke for life, Kevin Watkins, thank you very much. Make sure you tell all your friends about this. It's been a great time. We grow through you guys, so much appreciated. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you've enjoyed the broadcast and want to come back. We had a great active chat.
I don't know who did. Somebody just clicked it. Somebody just subbed. I don't know who it was, but thank you for that sub.
Oh, it didn't come up. So sometimes the subs aren't public, but much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yes, Skylark, the game is over. And Jigglypuff, I hope you were wearing your jersey tonight for the game.
Oh, it did come.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Because we ended up pulling this one out. Duke, a winner here at home. One game left, Franny. The rivalry part 2, Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be right here on Real Life Sports to call that game for you like we have been doing. Bring all your friends. Heck, if you even dare, maybe bring a UNC fan because we're going to blow them out anyway. So make them suffer through the game with you. And you know what? I almost want to find a UNC fan to like bring on just so we can laugh at them. But that might be a little
crazy. God. Yeah, we'll have to pay him for that hourly.
Yeah, we would have to pay the UNC fan. Hey, we're going to put you on a stream, and it's going to be miserable for you for the next 2 hours. All right. But anyway, we will be back here on Saturday. Everybody, relax. Take the week off. Make it happen. Duke is clear until Saturday. We're good. Thank you very much for joining us. For all of us here at Real Life Sports, I'm Ritz. That's Fran. Thank you very much. Please tell your friends about this. We love everybody. We'll be back on Saturday. Go Duke!